Hello there. Been a bit of a while since I've done a video. Haven't really been travelling in the van. I was actually in France with the family, but not with the van. Just went and stayed in a couple of different cities, travelled around a little bit, just a couple of days, and then I've wanted to go out in the van since then. But I work in I run a financial firm, and obviously given the times right now, it's been a little bit chaotic, but that's why I wanted to come out into the van today, give it a start up. I've not started it up for ages. It's filthy dirty. I need to give it a clean. It's a bit of a haven really, coming into the van, and just kind of, it takes you away, it separates you from all the chaos going on. So yeah, I wanted to do a little bit of a video just to talk about what I think are the essentials really for having a camper van. Doesn't have to be a VW camper van, any camper van at all. And I'm not going to say, yeah, you must have this £300 thing or something like that. It's not an advert or anything like that. It's literally what I think you or I need to be able to get away, have a breakaway, a little night or two, and be comfortable. So that's what I want to talk about today. So only 5 things, just short and sweet. I just want to get back on here, do a little bit of a video, as I say, and then look to try and plan a couple of trips. That's what I want to look forward to now. I've got another trip planned, not in the van, just a little Christmas break. Nothing too fancy, just on the Eurostar. But yeah, that's what I'm going to get into today. So, number 1 on my list of what I think is an essential to me for a van trip. So, number 1 is having an electric hookup extension lead. You don't have to have anything fitted into the van. I've seen those integrated ones. They've got like a little like socket thing built into the van. No, in my opinion, to go to a campsite and feel comfortable, I think all you need, number 1, is one of these. This is an electric hookup extension lead. Now, I'm pretty sure I got this on eBay or Amazon, maybe £20, something like that. But that allows you to have all your amenities. So, firstly, having a heater is really key, even in the summer, in my opinion. This is just a little electric fan heater. Again, maybe was £20, £30, £40, something like that on Amazon. It oscillates, it heats up the van really quickly. The fact that I've got the electric hookup plug point allows me to quickly nip that on in the day, in the evening, in the middle of the night, thread it through a little crack in the window or the door. The doors don't perfectly seal shut on this, 25-year-old van, so it works perfectly. But having that allows you to plug in a little fridge, a hairdryer, anything you need. Even if you had an electric stove, bang, straight away you can use that. Phone chargers, everything that you need to make your trip comfortable. That is number 1. A £20 thing, worth getting. I think you can get ones with built-in fuses and this, that and the other. I just went for something basic. It does the job. This goes inside, this outside. It's all waterproof. Literally perfect. So that's number 1, an electric hookup plug point extension lead. I'm going to add the heater to that as well, just because without a heater, I mean, these vans, even though they're insulated and insulated pretty well, they do get cold. I imagine newer vans are a lot better, but this being a 97, 98, it's going to get chilly. So yeah, that's number 1. Number 2 is having window covers. Now this is kind of twofold really. So firstly, thermal covers. Okay, like this. They literally just sucker onto the window. They go on the side windows, front window, sunroof as well if you've got one. I've not got them for side or back windows, or like the rear windows, but I have just bought some aluminium roll to enable me to cover them. Again, it's all about keeping you warm. and blocking out the light. Now obviously in the winter it's an absolute necessity. In the summer, when you're in the middle of an open field, wind, breeze, light as well, it's a really important thing. Now these are kind of custom ones for this van, so they fit straight on. Again, probably a set of these, I can't remember, maybe like £40, but you can just buy an aluminium foil roll, bubble roll, and stick them yourself, and that you can get a real long roll for like £20 on eBay. You can also get obviously these, I don't know if you can see, curtains built in. That obviously just blacks everything out, but you can also get, which I've got for my windscreen, you've probably seen in a previous video, one of the windscreen covers that just goes over the mirrors, the front, and then it's total blackout, which is really important. It helps you get a good night's sleep, but more than anything, a little bit more insulation, really key. So that's number 2 for me. Okay, so into number 3, and what I'm going to say on this one is an energy source. Now obviously I've already said about the extension lead, really important, but what I mean here is an energy source as in power, a battery, solar. I've got my solar panel with the solar controller here that feeds through to my battery, which is tucked in there. But what you can do is just take a portable power bank. Again, cheap, you know, the bigger the better. Obviously it allows you to have longer time away. A lithium battery, or a leisure battery rather, is going to, you know, recharge itself, especially if it's on solar. That will last a long time. You can power everything from it: lights, phone, fridge, anything you need. Obviously if you have an inverter, you're going to be able to run more high wattage and voltage things, but that is really important to allow you to have a comfortable time away. If nothing else, having a power source, if you ever needed, especially if you do off-grid, if you ever needed emergency services, anything like that, obviously I'm not going to go into bits and pieces like that, but you can charge your phone in an emergency, charge a torch, for example, if you've got a rechargeable torch. It just is really important. So if you're new to having a van, get a little battery if you can. You know, on Amazon you can get for 80 quid, you probably saw it on my previous one, one of those power stations. It's got a proper plug point, it's got about 6 USBs, it's got a built-in light if you need it. Get something like that. If you eventually want to hook up a proper leisure battery, brilliant. You can wire everything into your van, but just having that power source is really important. So that's my number 3. So number 4 for me is having the ability to cook. So it's a portable stove. Now here's my example. This is a really cheap one. I think I just got it off eBay. It's just a little blue gas stove. You can plug in or pop in one of your gas canisters, and if you get a decent gas canister like the camping gas ones, they last a long time. That obviously enables you to cook your food, warm up anything, have a cup of tea, keep yourself warm if you need to. But that, along with the utensils like a pot and a pan or frying pan, whatever you need, water obviously to cook something in the pan, really important. So that's a necessity. You don't, in my opinion, you don't have to have a built-in gas hob or anything like that. You don't have to have the power source to run an convection or induction hob. Just that, £20. Go to Halfords and get one even. It's really good. I mean, look, for me, camping, being in a camper van, is all about being outdoors. You don't have to cook it on a kitchen worktop or a work surface here in the van. Just take it outside, pop it on the floor, sit outside, look at the scenery, and then eat your dinner. Perfect. Again, it's, in my opinion, an essential. It allows you to save your money, not having to go out and buy pre-cooked meals. You can have some of those pre-cooked or in the packet pasta pots, put a bit of water in, boil it up, there's your dinner done. So that's my number 4. So number 5, my 5th and final point, is to have a nice thick blanket or duvet. Now obviously this folds flat into a bed. We've got a mattress topper to make it nice and comfy. We've got a sheet, we've got a duvet. However, the essentials is just have an easy to roll up blanket. We find the down blankets really good. They're a little bit more expensive, but they keep you really warm if that's all you've got. But if you want to just get out there, start camping in your van, get a nice thick down duvet or down blanket. The one we've got is from Tent Box, so it's properly like a puffy coat, you know, it's a puffed up one, so it retains the heat really well. I think it's about £100. You can get similar ones obviously, but then look, you're set. You literally can just fold this down, put that on, have a little pillow or even a cushion. You don't have to be fancy. That keeps you nice and warm. Not just for sleeping, obviously when you're sitting outside you get a little bit chilly, even in the summer, as I keep saying, so there's a bit of a theme here. It does get cold when you camp in a VW. Pull that over you, keeps you nice and cozy, ready in time for getting into bed. So look, that's what I'm going to say, my top 5 things. So as I say, little recap. Number 1 was the electric hookup and a heater. Number 2, thermal covers and window blinds, or just anything to cover the windows, keep it a bit more warm. So that's number 2. Number 3 was having a form of energy, whether it's solar, whether it's a leisure battery or a power bank. Just give yourself that ability to charge things. 4 was a source of cooking, so a portable stove. I guess you could go a bit more, you know, old school and just have a you know, fire pit and a pan. If that floats your boat, perfect. But for ease, get a little gas fired stove. That's number 4. And number 5, a thick blanket, a thick duvet. There you go, the 5 essential things, in my opinion, to get you out there camping, enjoying the outside. Everything after that is a bonus. Hope you enjoyed this little bit of a quick video. I'm a little bit rusty. It's been a long time. Well, it feels like a long time since I did a video. I feel like I've aged given everything going on in the country, but look, I wanted to get out. We've just had thunderstorms out here. It's been absolutely tipping it down. There's nothing to do. Everyone's, you know, driving through, floods in the road. I wanted to get out, sit in the van, start it up, and it starts up first time, thank God. And look, enjoy being in the van. So that's it. Thank you very much. Speak to you soon, and hopefully it's going to be when we're out on the road on another little trip. So yeah, I'm now going to sit back. This feels like a end credit sequence, like I'm in a Marvel film. Just popped back in, the wife's chilling, watching a bit of telly, the baby's asleep. So I've snuck back out, brought one of these. You know what it's time for. I did say I was going to relax. Cheers.